Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Paint with Terry. We're going to be doing a painting today. We're going to be doing a flag theme. We're going to have a mountain and a nice little background, but it's going to kind of have that Canadian flag theme. So the first thing that we're going to want to do, these are the colors that we're using. We got some red, the grayish white, dark blue, dark green, a lighter green, black. Well, it's a black-brown mix, but extremely dark. The first color that we're going to want to use, some of this white mixed with some of this gray color, because we don't want it too gray. And you just want to come down roughly here. We're going to fill this section in here with the gray. Now we got that filled in like that. You can just take your brush and lightly go across it back and forth. That'll help soften it and take a lot of those brush marks out. Now that you got it like that, you just want to grab some of your red. You don't need to clean your brush off. Just bring it down here like this. It doesn't really matter how you get the color on there, because you can just soften it out after. You just want to get the color on. We'll do the same on the other side. Now you just want to clean your brush off because you don't want that red on there. I just want to go back to that gray color. And just start sweeping it in. It's okay if you get a little red in there. And you want to do the same thing the other way. And you can just lightly sweep across. Just get some of our pure white because we want to lighten this. And just come right down the center. Just taking out any of those brush marks that we have. Now that you got that like that, we can just take some of our dark blue and just kind of get a line in here. Something like that. And we can just start pulling this up a little bit. You don't want to completely cover it, you just want to kind of do these fast little sweeps. Once you got it like that, you just do the same thing. Take the brush, go over it back and forth slightly. got that like that, we can get some of our dark color that we had mixed up. This brown, dark brown, black. And we just want to come right here, right from the beak. And we're going to do the same thing for the other side. The most important part, like I always say, is getting these edges nice and crisp. Down here is not as important right now. You spend a little bit of time getting that edge nice. And you can just take whatever bit of paint's left on and kind of spread it down the mountain. We'll just get a chisel brush. That'll help us fill in the mountain. And start up here. I can just clean up this bottom edge here. Just slightly going across it. Now you got some mountain in the background there. I want to take one of our liner brushes or a fine tip brush and just roll it around in a little bit of that pure white. We don't need too much. Put it up here. And just do this little zigzag thing coming down. Something like that. You just want to get a little bit of your liquid white that you have mixed up. And to get that liquid white, we just use a little bit of thinner in with some of our regular white. Just make sure you only use a very tiny little amount. A lot goes a long way, or a little goes a long way, sorry. Now we're just going to take our palette knife and the liquid white that we got. You just want to kind of shoot some stars in there. Now with that liquid white that we have, we're just going to take some of our dark blue that we have. And we'll make two different blues. This one we're going to make a little bit lighter, and then we'll add some more blue to it and make it a little bit darker. Once you got that mixed up, just grab a small roll. We'll start up here at the peak. And you're just pulling down with your knife. You want to pull down on this angle. And so this ridge as well, you're going to want to pull this way, and same with that one, you'll pull this way. Like I say, same thing on this little ridge. Now that you got that like that, you can take a little bit more of that blue, make it a little bit darker. You don't want to go too dark, but just like a couple shades, maybe a shade darker. And same thing, but on this ridge you want to pull this way. And so we're doing the same thing, but on the ridges, we're going to be just doing a little bit this way. Now we can come on this one. Now we'll just start popping in a few highlights here and there with the colors that we use. Now that you got that in there, just take your brush, clean up the bottom edge. Just take some of that liquid white that we have. I'll just pull this down on an angle. And we do the same thing over here. Now that we got that like that, we can start doing our landscape. So for the landscape, we'll just do this simple layout. You want to take some of that dark green that you have, the darkest green, load up your brush, and just start getting some color in there. Just want to make sure that this line's a really dark green. Now with that same brush that we were using, just start doing these little brush marks going up, not pulling up too high, just adding a little bit of high spots and some low spots. All you're doing is just kind of touching it and doing these little sweeps up. Now that you got that like that, just want to take some of that lighter green that we have. You don't need to clean the brush off, it's okay. Just mix it up there. It's going to be lighter than the other green that you were using. Now you got some of that light green, do the same thing, just dabbing in a bit of color. We're going to do the same thing. Now you got your tree line in there. You just take that brush, clean up the bottom part. some of this leftover paint that we have on that brush. I want to put in a little bit of color there. Down there. Same thing with that lighter green. And just pop in a few just random dabs of color. The same thing on the other side. A few dabs of color, just random. Now that you got that like that, we'll just take that big 4-inch brush that we had, and you just want to lightly go across it. Just pulling from that edge. Now the next thing we're going to do is get some of that dark brown color. Kind of looks like a black. And just pop in a line there. Big old tree right here. Feel there should be another tree here. You can put these trees wherever you like. These paintings are just to give you just a little bit of an idea, something to do. Now that we got that in there, just want to get your fan brush. And just get some of that lighter green, and just kind of mix it in with the darker. Once you got a lot on there, start up here at the top. Just dab it in some color. You got that color dabbed in there. Just a shadow color. Basically just take the brush, go right into that lighter green that you have, and just do the same thing. You don't got to do a whole tree with one go. If you need more color, you just get more color. Now that you got that like that, just gonna take our chisel brush. We'll get some of that dark brown black color that we were using. basically you just want to come just from the bottom of the trees there, add a little bit of color. The thing is you're pulling down on this angle because we'll have a moon up here. So just creating just a little bit of shadow, that's all. You just take a clean fan brush and lightly sweep that sideways. That'll help take out any of the brush marks that you put in. And to make the moon, we're just going to take some of that liquid white that we had mixed up. Like I said, you don't need too much liquid white. You just need a little bit. We're going to take a sort of like a liner brush, but a little bit longer. Just a regular little brush. Then we'll push it straight up. You just want to spin it with your fingers, holding it steady. And as you place the color in, and it blends, should end up with this little moon. Now that you got that, you just take some of the grayish color, just right there. Now we're just going to take some of that liquid white on our fan brush again. Once you got that liquid white mixed up, you take it on the fan brush, you get your palette knife, and just start sprinkling in a little bit of drops there. Like that. And then most importantly, you just want to get your liner brush and then sign your painting. And that's that. Just a simple little painting. Just something to play around with, have some fun. If you like that, we do a new tutorial every week, at least one. maybe sometimes more. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a great day.